is humility and courage. This responsibility of maintaining the pride and dignity lies in the shoulders of the crackers from the past, the present, and the next generations to come. Nothing can stop its glow beating, to whom we give our trust and cry of glory. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you with pride and honor the reigning champion of the Philippine Marine Corps Silent Drill Company competition, the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy Silent Drill Company. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, the company commander will now give his final command, and watch before your very eyes as this assemblage of midshipmen execute what their mentors have imparted them, an art of synchronized rifle drills passed from generation to generation only by the words of mouth. This is the beginning. Nothing in this world is constant. This has been true since the very first day that the individual decides to be a part of the PMA Corps of Midshipmen. Changing color represents the continuous transformation of a midshipman as time goes by. Each member of the Corps was a civilian who bartered their carefree lives and lavish style of living with the regimental life of a midshipman. They have transformed themselves to man, armed with the power of determination, patience, and discipline. With proper training and determination, they can still continue to reach their goals.
The letters H, E, L, L, O from the word hello, our simple way of welcoming our guests in every performance we set, hoping that this will be the start of our long and lasting friendship among us. the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy's way of greeting. We hope you will enjoy watching the rest of the performance.
Our alma mater's four letters. PMA. The Philippine Merchant Marine Academy is the moldy portals that will serve as our constant guide in steering the path against the high seas, from an innocent boy to a man of valor, and from an ordinary civilian to a PMA midshipman. From these portals rose the people who were never contented of being instruments and mere workers, but steps forward to become maritime leaders and professionals. Perhaps leaders are born, yet PMA also proved that leaders could be made. These are the people who have the guts, the heart, and the brave. We are very proud of PMA. Thus, we would like to show our most profound gratitude to our alma mater. Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to hear and feel the cry of the mariners' finest, the PMAers.
Distinguished from the rest by their strong brotherhood, otherwise known as Camaraderie. This group of individuals among characters, value, and beliefs, and aims the same goal and purpose for every midshipman to bloom in their full potential. Regrouping formation signifies the unsurpassed brotherhood being displayed among PMA midshipmen, the kind of unity that flows with time.
The heart. This embodies that every cadet has the heart that glows in every encountered situations. We, the PMAers, believe that lucky is the man who wins the first love of a woman, but luckier is the woman who wins the last love of a PMAer.
The anchor, the general symbol of maritime industry. But what is more in this heavy piece of metal? It is the very object that holds the ship in place, regardless of the wind and current, thus symbolizing firmness and stability, a quality trait of every midshipman in his principles and way of living. The anchor also symbolizes the other course offered by this institution, the Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation. Now, let us hear the victory for the future Masters of the Seven Seas.
This is the insignia, the symbol of a Navy officer. The PMMA graduates are commissioned in the Philippine Navy Reserve Force as naval officers with the rank of ensign or second lieutenant. The years of trials, hardships, and training that is instilled in the academy inculcates discipline to the midshipmen. This is a part of the program to prepare the individual for leadership training that is induced by the Philippine Navy.
Uy! Ayaw pa, no?
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, you will witness the most daring performance of the Silent Drill Company. We must warn you that this is done only by professionals, and we urge you not to imitate them. So please, don't ever, 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 ever try this at home.
Oh my god, these allergies.
Excuse me.
The triple O symbolizes the three rules of success. Obey, obey, and obey. In PMMA, the cadets are being trained in the fine arts of obedience, since great leader is once a good follower. These rules are implemented to maintain the Academy's prestige with the highest distinction, as well as to preserve the code of conduct based on the principles of righteousness, humility, and courage. Our molding guide in the journey of success. This formation also signifies that every midshipman tries all his best to attain and preserve the highest degree of humility, leadership, and concrete discipline.
The inverted V of the spearhead. Upside down, it turns into a V, which stands for victory. Ladies and gentlemen, have you watched the movie Few Good Men? Now, with pride and honor, we present to you at your very eyes the original version of the movie. Let us join our hands for the few good gentlemen of PMMA.
ROTC. The PMMA is considered as one of the main sources of reservists and regular officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. President Rodrigo Duterte once stated, "Through ROTC, we can instill discipline, patriotism, and love of country among our youth." Raise yourselves as you render salute to the ROTC.
What you're witnessing now is the formation adios, We all know that every show must come to an end. But before we end, let us display our last few tricks that has never seen before in an occasion like this. Saying goodbye is never easy, although we must go on. But there is nothing wrong in looking back and waving goodbye. We hope that our path would meet again somehow, somewhere in the near future. There is always a beginning, so shall be an end, but we must not depart with a burdened heart. Let us always remember to carry the happy memories and go on. The PMA way. Ladies and gentlemen, again with pride and honor, we present to you the Academy's finest, the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy Silent Drill Company.
Dulo! Wala pang balangay! Oras pa sa masin! Dulo! Ali!
Approaching the grandstand with a breathtaking exhibition, the Silent Drill Company Commander, Midshipman Commander Binwag from Mignon, Ifugao. He is supported by the Executive Officer, Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Katama from Tino, Ifugao.
The flag is waved high with pride and honor by Midshipman First Class Nisperos from La Union. The crackers, as what they call, is handled by two platoon leaders. The first platoon is ruled by Midshipman Lieutenant Didikan from Sagada Mountain Province. The second platoon is under the rightful guidance of Midshipman Lieutenant Atiwin from Sadanga Mountain Province. Lastly, the heart of the Silent Drill Company, the pride of Pangasinan, Midshipman First Class Estrada, and this is your narrator, Midshipman Third Class Ramos.
And Midshipman Third Class Mendoza, bidding you all a nice day and thank you. In behalf of the PMA Silent Drill Company, OIC Engineer Al Winston Katimbang, and the
Philippine Military Academy!
The essential and primary purpose of the Philippine Military Academy's education and training program is to cultivate and develop the cadets to be the finest young individuals, intellectually, tactically, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, to become qualified commissioned officers in selfless service to the armed forces of the Philippines and our nation. The Academy, founded in 1898, has become true to its mission to produce educated and honorable men, preparing them with a holistic education for their progressive military career. Its alumni handle key positions both in military and civilian institutions. For the Academy to accomplish this result, it shall provide to young men and women an undergraduate education of the highest quality conducted in and facilitated by the unique PMA curriculum of military discipline, with emphasis placed on the qualities of courage, integrity, and loyalty. And because of these trusts, she was able to produce valor awardees who served as true affirmation that indeed the Filipino is worth living and dying for. PMA is a state-supported academic institution that has a glorious history to cherish. It provides a well-rounded education and training, delving on character development, academic excellence, military professionalism, and specific development. The PMA curriculum is specifically designed to produce leaders for peace or war.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You are about to witness an enthralling flaunt of flares and dexterity as the group of young men and women from the Philippine Military Academy performs the Silent Drill. The company commander, Cadet First Class Arjamar Hassan, a native of Halosulu and member of Tausug tribe, salutes to the Board of Judges for this significant occasion.
Define direction. Another group of diverse persons comprise the future guardians of our state, united by common goal. The moment cadets step in the portals of the academy, they are molded into perfection by values needed for their future roles. The academy strives for traditions that develop the cadets to become persons of gentle breeding and strong character. To this day, and even until we had shed our uniforms, we carry in our hearts the sacred coat of arms, the seal of our covenant, our direction, and only path that bears the guiding light. The guiding light of courage, integrity, and loyalty. This is what a big arrow is all about. An arrow shot with precision and accuracy, stays right on its target. It symbolizes the mission of the academy, to produce disciplined and principled leaders whose target is focused on the betterment of our nation. It also points towards you, our fellow Filipinos whom we promise to serve. This formation is our covenant as future leaders and guardians of our nation.
Cadets with their tough look and a smiling face often gives the impression of emotionless people. Little do people know that behind the stoic countenance is a cheerful person, longing to connect with others, to share a smile and spark a conversation with everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, beneath the regimented training lies a very cheery, enthusiastic PMA cadet who remain the same as they always have been. This is shown as the drillers form the cheerful letters H and I. Hi! Welcome to the Silent Drill exhibition of the Philippine Military Academy. The Philippine Military Academy is the breeding ground of the future leaders of our country. Its leader development program contains character development, a balanced college education, military leadership, and physical development. Though many changes have transpired, the Academy remained focused on its vision to produce military professional of character, dedicated to protect and help build the nation. Taking shape before you are the famous letters P, M, and a military organization committed to training young men and women for service to God, country, and people. Throughout more than 100 years, PMA continuously molds leaders for the nation, embracing the values of courage, integrity, and loyalty, which the drillers acknowledge as they render a salute.
Unity, oneness, coexistence. These are the ways for us to live in harmony. We can all be under one rule or live in diversity, but bonded by consideration, whatever the case may be. Both boils down to one thing: peace. The preservation of peace is never simple. Its complexity lies in the cooperation of every individual in desiring harmony among them. This is a reason why unity becomes necessary. This is a reason why we should be united, for God made us supplemental to our kin. It is through our joint hands and support to the initiatives and programs of our leaders where we can achieve a more peaceful, drug-free, and a more progressive country. If we are to embrace the vision of a prosperous Philippines, we have to start putting values to our people's well-being. Because the success of every Filipino's pursuit in life, liberty, and happiness directly mirrors the fulfillment of our aspirations.
The standard of perfection that the Academy promotes upon each cadet refers to the quality of officers the Philippine Military Academy produces. As such, the fundamental objective of the Philippine Military Academy is to instill in each cadet a lifelong concept of love for God and country, courage, duty, excellence, honor, humility, integrity, loyalty, respect, and solidarity. The circles define the hearts and souls of each cadet as they manifest the cadet's passion for order, discipline, and perfection. Watch as they move outwards to show you the passing of rifles, a symbol of camaraderie. Every cadet is responsible for each other. This is the PMA bond. This exhibition symbolizes the sharing and helping among the cadets. Marching to the other side, the cadets will execute the throwing of rifles. In this drill, they will throw the rifles to the person next to them. This shows how cadets trust each other. stability under pressure. We cadets are known to be unwavering under extreme pressure. This trains us to be geared up for our lives in the battlefield. Now, the drillers will show you an exhibition that shows the ability of the cadets to fire while being concealed to their natural surroundings.
As mandated by our Constitution, the Armed Forces of the Philippines serves as the only drill and shield of the citizens and the state. Its function is to support the dominion of the space and veracity of our national territory. The prerequisite is what the cadets are trained for: the responsibility to dole out and simulate the people's mind with integrity and nationalism. The drillers, as young members of the AFP, aim to win the hearts of the people as they try to form the letters A, F, and P. The culmination of years in a military institution where mission-regulated existence is strictly followed prepares the cadets to a future tasking in the AFP. The company now salutes the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Success is nothing more than a few disciplines being practiced every day. Hence, the creation of the bridge between the country's goals and accomplishments for a better way of life. The mandatory ROTC program is one of those bridges of President Duterte's administration. Not only will it strengthen the country's defense capabilities, but it will also help the younger generations to improve their sense of patriotism and dedication for the service of the Filipino people. Zero. Duterte. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte never failed to inspire all Filipinos in his dedication to duty. He is the father of our nation, the ultimate reason why we stand as one and united for one purpose: to attain national unity, peace, and stability. The mandatory ROTC program builds the patriotism and nationalism of our Filipino youth to become more disciplined individuals and defenders of the flag. Witness as we give our salute to the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
There is a soul component that silently works and provides our existence. Disregarding its size, what is essential is, it provides and connects itself to each part of our system to sustain life. A person's heart is not only a size of a fist and a muscle that pumps blood and nourishment. The heart is an astoundingly faithful creation of nature. Its gentle thumping accompanies us for the duration of our lives, and it is so essential to human existence. It has served as a symbol of not only life, but also of love, emotion, intelligence, and reason. At one time, the heart was believed to be the organ of consciousness, the organ of vitality, and the emblematic of the human soul. In the heart of each cadet lies the core of their feelings, sentiments, and passions, as their youthful hearts are taken by their ideals and their duties. In addition, as cadets, their hearts are the true representations of courage, integrity, and loyalty. As you can see now, this heart is composed of the members of the Philippine Military Academy, with an ever-blazing heart to serve the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that our heart belongs to you.
Marching past civilians with precise motion-like movements, civilians oftentimes get the impression that cadets live a dull, emotionless life. Robot-like persons, stiff and rigid. That is how often civilians look at us. Emotionless as we may look, we are still humans, Beneath each cadet's uniform is a heart, softened by the trials and challenges he's been through. As long as we know that the love you gave us will remain forever true, you gave us the strength and inspiration to go on performing the demanding duties of a cadet. The drillers forming the words, I love you. We give our love to you, our dearest ones, who make life more wonderful to live. We love you.
In the heart of every cadet is a person who appreciates music. Each one of us has their own talent, be it in singing, acting, or dancing. Music soothes our souls. It gives smiles and laughter and picks us up whenever we feel tired and lonely. With the noise of our rifles, the heavy thumps and thuds of our drums, one cannot possibly imagine how we can find and retain the melodies in our hearts. The heart in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, signifies the exclusive manifest of cadets' romantic and poetic souls. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the hardest part of the drill.
God, country, and people. These are the things we are living for. These are the things that give us the strength and inspiration to undergo a life of hardships and sacrifices. We wait for that day when we are finally ready to make our contributions as vanguards of what we swore to protect. This cross symbolizes the faith of the cadets. God is above all, through every trial and hardships that we face, and when happy memories fail to inspire us, it is our Lord and the unwavering faith that gets us through. This is the blood we spill and the life we are willing to offer, knowing that we're just a flicker in the shine of eternity, a trivial thing given up by a greater good. The cross, our faith, our sacrifices, our lives, all this we gladly offer for humanity. Life in the Academy is very different. Our uniforms, the honor code, and all our activities all comprise a unique life inside the Academy. Excellence is to be expected in all our tasks. That is our way of expressing our gratitude to you. Filipino people, cadets, and alumni come together to share this common goal, thus making us one and united to building a better nation. The camaraderie we have shown in this formation, the X Factor. You will see how coordinated we are in everything that we do. The many tricks of exchanging rifles represents our train of thought that no one is left behind as we showcase our grand performance.
Excellence, chivalry, humility, and dignity. These values encompass the cadet's life as they journey through 4 years in the academy. These years may just be a flicker in one's life. Still, this flicker has already embedded the very values and skills that the Philippine Military Academy has taught in each cadet. They strive to embody these very values as they move forward in achieving their dreams. Eventually, these cadets will become officers, and what they have learned and trained to do will now be applied to the service of the Filipino people. This will be our commitment to you, who give us a bright future and a chance for change for this land. Once again, cadets demonstrate that through coordination and cooperation, anything can be achieved. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. To all of you who have been our inspiration and our source of strength, you will always be a part of our journey as we continue to build one AFP you can trust. To our fellow Filipino youth, the future leaders of the rising Philippines, you are the beacons of hope of which the rest of our countrymen will follow. We take our hats off to you with a broken smile as we bid you all, see you. That ends this silent drill performance. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas. The Philippine Military Academy traces its roots on October 25, 1898, when the Academia Militar was established by the President of the Philippine Revolutionary Army, General Emilio Aguinaldo. Since its inception, PMA has undergone several changes that led to its reputation of being an institution of excellence. It epitomizes the best traditions of the noble profession of arms and bears the highest standards of character, founded in honor and fortified by discipline.
It has a proud heritage to cherish, a glorious tradition to uphold, and a vital mission to accomplish. Throughout more than 100 years, the Academy has survived and kept its basic character. A military organization committed to training young men and women for service to God, country, and people. With all these in mind, the Academy looks forward to the future as it continuously moves leaders for the nation, espousing the values of courage, integrity, and loyalty. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine Military Academy.
The Maritime Academy of the Asia and Pacific.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is an absolute honor to bring to the grandstand the Silent Drill Company of the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific. The Silent Drill exhibition is about to begin.
Virtus.
The competence to perform even the most arduous of tasks.
Fides.
Faithfulness and loyalty to our profession, God and country.
And Disciplina.
The discipline to resist what is evil and to always choose what is right.
These are the three pillars of our institution, the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific. Since its establishment in 1998, MAAP has stayed true to its mission of providing not only world-class maritime officers, but also reservists to the Philippine Navy who are ready to serve the country in times of great crisis.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the grounds all the way from Bataan, the province of heroes, and representing the 169th Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps is the Silent Drill Company of the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific.
We request everyone to please take your seats, maintain silence, and enjoy our humble exhibition. For before you are two platoons of young men and women who agreed to train arduously so as to form the most brilliant company of the Midshipman Fleet, the Silent Drill Company.
The company commander directs the platoon leaders to align the units to the center. The company commander now ordered the company to execute present arms. With his staff, he salutes you all for sharing this significant occasion with us. Virtus Fides et Disciplina. You are now witnessing the changing colors blue and white, signifying the transition we have undergone through the Academy's character building training.
Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC, is one of the major areas of the National Service Training Program, which was established in 2000. ROTC aims to provide military education and training for students to mobilize them for national defense preparedness. We, the midshipmen of MAAP, witness how ROTC can improve one's character and discipline. We learned bravery and courage from the moment we took our very first step to the high grounds of the Academy. We became aware that having a strong heart, determined to strive forward, make us overcome challenges. Now, forward in front of you is the big arrow, which shows the deadhead to reaching this vision is the direction our country will be taking. Once again, we welcome you to our Silent Drill exhibition, and we offer you this bow to give salute to you, our audience. Determined to strive forward, we set our unabashed voyage to one common endeavor. The Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific, or MAAP, was established on January 14, 1998.
The founding of the Academy is in line with our founder, Captain Gregorio S. Oca's dream of putting up a maritime academy that is at par with other maritime schools around the world in terms of academic excellence in the maritime education and training. MAAP was founded on the precepts of a God-loving world-class seafarer imbued with the values of duty, service, selflessness, search for truth, and integrity, inspired by the ideals and dreams of our founder. Now, formed in front of you are the letters M-A-A-P, MAAP, which connotes our deepest gratitude for the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific, imparting with us the value of true loyalty. With this, we carry within our identity the traits of MAAP midshipmen, and we render a salute, committing our loyalty.
Though we are being trained in a regulated system, the fear of God has always been a part of it. As human beings, we owe our very lives to Him, and it's just righteous to put His name above all. We would like to take this opportunity to praise and render our highest form of gratitude to the Almighty for the graces brought by the warmth of the morning winds, the hopeful rays of the afternoon sun, to the pampering streaks of lights of the evening moon and stars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, formed before you is a huge cross, which signifies that as future seafarers, serving God is our primary duty. Now watch as the drillers show you a rifle exhibition called the Exchange of Rifles. This best symbolizes the camaraderie we were able to develop as we unitedly stand to the test of time.
The midshipmen of the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific came from different parts of the archipelago. Ranging from different ethnicities and dialects, we learned the value of getting along with each other, not only as friends, but as brothers and sisters. In our journey in MAAP, we encountered different challenges, personally, emotionally, and physically, but the support of our fellow classmates made us stronger and braver. Formed in front of you are two positive symbols, signifying how we learn to find positivity in our differences. With this, as the drillers perform variations in rifle movement, symbolizing our differences turned into a perfectly beautiful rifle exhibition. Cultural differences do not hinder the drillers in front of you to reach their common goal, which is to be competent merchant marine officers.
MAAP promotes academic as well as character-building activities, which will ensure solidarity among the midshipmen. Right before your eyes are individuals, each of whom belong to a distinctive origin, race, and culture, but volunteer themselves to be a part of an institution which sees beyond those. Now formed before you are two identical circles, symbolizing the unity among the midshipmen.
Now watch as the drillers perform before you a rifle exhibition called the Planting of Rifles. This symbolizes the brotherhood we have inculcated in ourselves. One more time, the drillers make a round, signifying the readiness of a MAAP midshipman to become trustworthy as well as to be trusted at all times. Upholding the principle, you watch my back, I watch yours. At this juncture, keep an eye open as the drillers execute a rifle exhibition called the Passing of Rifles, symbolizing the willingness of every midshipman to lend hand to each other, no matter how small the help may be, thus making us learn to value every effort for our fellow midshipmen. With this, as drillers form a Venn diagram, symbolizing our willingness to see similarities among our differences.
The Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution states that the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. The government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in fulfillment, all citizens may be required under conditions provided by law to render personal, military, or civil service. Now, ladies and gentlemen, formed before you is the word ROTC. which envisions the passage of Senate Bill 2232 or the Senior High School Reserve Officer Training Corps Act to instill values of discipline, sense of purpose among youth, respect for the laws and the authorities, nationalism, and love of the country. Man exists because of his right to live. But what gives meaning to his existence is his principle and the way he's life according to it. Such is so important by reason of its representation to the certain personality of a human being. A man's principle is like the bright sun in the skies, which shines light on a man's life, making him see clearly and be able to cast his vision to wherever the light may be radiated. Principle made man to dream, struggle, and endeavor greatly. It is so treasured that the same thing holds true to the midshipmen in front of you. We learn to live a regulated life embracing the most valued principle of our institution, the Honor Code, which says that we, the midshipmen, do not lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate among us those who do. That is why at this point, witnesses and drillers form before you an effigy of the Honor Code, the sun.
At this juncture, gaze at that sun as it glares, signifying the lasting guidance brought by the Honor Code to a midshipman. It reminds us that a guiltless dignity is worth a lifetime of fortune. That honor should not be imperiled by any luxury of detestable origin. That as a product of this proud institution, it is our chief responsibility to act according to the standards of honor, for this will lead us to exist respectively. Encompassed in the midshipman development system, the code develops a sense of uprightness amongst the midshipmen.
According to Deputy Speaker Reneo Abu, the school is the most powerful institution when it comes to shaping the hearts and minds of the youth. It is essential to use the school as an invaluable instrument to ensure that Filipino students are geared to become disciplined, active, responsive, participative, and patriotic citizens and able defenders of our country. To ensure our dedication to serving the country, the Academy incorporated a naval ROTC training course that will prepare us to become officers of the Philippine Navy, especially during the times when our dear country calls for nationalistic acts from its citizens. Decades ago, our struggle for the Philippine independence gave birth to patriotism. Our national heroes who followed their hearts and devoted their lives for the welfare and freedom of our country serve to be inspirations for us to instill the spirit of nationalism and service to our fellow men. The youth is the hope of our nation. Quoted by the Philippine national hero Dr. Jose P. Rizal, we should never forget the strength in numbers and the true power of a democratic country is with people. This responsibility and capability to turn things around for our country is already a big step to begin with. Having a heart for your motherland is serving the people and to the country itself. That is why at this point, we would like to manifest our heart for service to the Filipino people and to our motherland.
Like a set of dominoes, we are all connected to each other in a manner where a single mistake from a single midshipman could affect the fleet as a whole. This relationship led us to develop the virtue of unity. We are being trained to stand strong, to appreciate each other's differences, and to always lend a helping hand to one another. Inspiration is a vital tool to us midshipmen. We are able to work harder as inspirations get into our hearts. Difficulties seem to be a piece of cake when the image of our inspiration sneaks in the very nerves of our minds. it really feels good when you are dedicating such hard work to someone else, and you know that the people you dedicate these things to appreciate and are very much thankful for the efforts you are exerting. Happiness seems to be eternal as we receive letters from the people who inspire us very much, which somehow keeps us in trying harder. That is why at this point, we would like to say to you our very much treasured reply. Through the words, I love you, and thank you very much for being our inspirations.
At this point, may we request everyone to please observe silence as we witness the most exciting part of the exhibition. Prepare yourselves for yet another breathtaking drill that required the midshipmen a lot of practice, patience, and determination. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sound Drill Company of the Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific.